Well, today's Wednesday the 10th, and the Warriors had a terrific opening to the preseason last night, defeating the Lakers in spectacular fashion because it was a 111-110 victory on a last-second shot by Troy Hudson. So that made practice a lot better today, and Don Nelson took him through another 2-hour workout, working on the same things, the fundamental things that he's been working on all camp long, and primarily the fast break and integrating early offense into the situation. After practice, by the way, a few of the Warriors met. They had a met and greet program with the Greater Honolulu Big Brothers and Big Sisters. So it was a meet and greet program for them. It's part of the community outreach involvement that the Warriors are continually involved in all season long in various groups and undertakings. So that was kind of nice to see as well. But let's go back to the game because it was really a tale of two tides there. Very distinct, overpowering first unit for the Warriors last night. Got off to a 41-20 first quarter lead. If you had a chance to see the game, Baron Davis was in rare form. Only missed one shot, hit 3 threes, had 4 assists in that first quarter. He only played 12 minutes in the game. He had 11 points. And so many things to talk about. But everybody was talking about this season and the trade of Jason Richardson and how that would impact the Warriors. Well, Jason Richardson was replaced at least for one game last night, a pretty good impersonation by Kalina Azubuike. Now, earlier in the day, we got news that Marco Bellinelli was going to start. But all of a sudden, it was Azubuike put back in the lineup, and did he respond? I mean, he was the most outstanding player on the floor. Finished up playing more minutes than anybody on either team, around 32, scoring 27 points. He had 9 rebounds. Jason Richardson was always a great rebounder, but Kalina Azubuike has just been working so hard. And that really is something to look forward to in the future if he can continue that fine play. Obviously, not going to do that every night, but you can see that he has the potential to be an outstanding basketball player. Well, things changed in the second half because the second unit came in. The starters were no longer to be seen with the exception of Azubuike in the second half. And the Warriors at one time, enjoying a 27-point lead, gave that all back, and the Warriors took the lead in the fourth quarter, only for the Warriors to come roaring back and play some pretty good defense down the stretch, and, of course, the heroics of Troy Hudson. Well, who was the star besides Troy Hudson coming off the bench? Well, Patrick O'Bryant. How about his play? In 19 minutes last night, 12 rebounds and 3 blocks. But, you know, it doesn't tell the whole story because he changed many shots inside. He just seemed like a whole renewed, rejuvenated Patrick O'Bryant. And the rebounds, he was aggressive with them. One thing about Patrick is he gives up a little strength inside. So it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation because Don Nelson always has you give help defense. Sometimes he tries to give help defense so he loses position inside, if that makes sense to you. And when he gives up that position, he doesn't have the strength to counter inside. So he gets beaten sometimes in that area, and sometimes it's not really his fault. But I think everybody had to be pleased and overjoyed, actually, with the play of Patrick O'Bryant last night. So what do we look for in Game 2, which will be tomorrow night here at the Stan Sheriff Center against the Lakers? Well, probably the 4 players, the rookies that did not play. Kosta Perovic, Brandon Wright, Carlos Powell, to name 3 of those, and Stephon Lasme. So Don Nelson, I thought he did something interesting with the second unit last night. And the second unit consists of about 8 guys, by the way. He left them out there. He left them out there to die of their own undoing and let them work through everything and just to see how they would handle that. So they grew with experience in that. And they had pressure because the starters had played so well. Another story, we'll see how that plays out tomorrow night. I'm curious to see how Kobe Bryant will respond because in the short time he was on the floor in the first half, he only took 1 shot. Finally got going in the third quarter, ended up with 17 points in the game, but it was kind of hot and cold for him because he wouldn't shoot at all. And then in the third quarter, where I think he scored maybe somewhere around 14 points, he really tried to take over the game. But he never really seemed in sync with those players. I don't know what's going on exactly that way. I had a chance to talk with him just briefly before the game, but I didn't ask him any of those tough questions. So, Lakers and Warriors, it's been a series that's been going on since 1962. It's always the biggest rivalry out here, and it'll take place again tomorrow night, and we'll have more for you on the blog after tomorrow night's game. So take care.